This is a black sand beach, loaded with iron, hematite, magnetite, and tons of other heavy materials. It also is chock full of gold. It's also prospector's worst nightmare, and today we're going to see if we're up to the challenge. So here's today's bag of pay dirt. It's the BC Gold Adventures Premium Pay Dirt Black Sand number 2. Again, I already did a review on their Eureka bag. My only complaint about their shipping was the sticker here that could easily peel off. Again, I really think they could just write on it with a Sharpie. But other than that, we're going to open this up. You're going to see that it's going to be double bagged. There'll be a Ziploc bag in here as well as a business card. And it was really securely wrapped for shipping. We are promised 1.5 grams of gold in here. We're going to do some magnetite removal. We're going to do some panning. And I'm going to test out a new toy that I got. Let's get after it. So here's their pay dirt description. It's pretty straightforward, saying that expect your gold to be small flour gold and small gold flakes. Lots of black sands. It's meant for testing your equipment and your panning skills. Pretty much your standard description for a black sand challenge bag. Other than that, it does say that there will be some natural placer gold found in it because it does come from an actual gold mine, so we'll be looking for that as well. All right, so we're going to crack this open. I'm assuming it's going to be like the last bag of theirs that I did, the way it's packed inside with a Ziploc baggie. And I assumed correctly. So there you go. There's your Ziploc baggie, which I like because it saves material from getting trapped down here in these gusseted bags. Saves me having to rinse the bag out, which is awesome. Does again come with the business card. So there's, if you guys want to get a hold of some of this stuff, just pause it, take the info off of there. That aside. And here is our gross material, I bet. Very, very gray. So there is some larger pieces, which I did not necessarily expect, and it is quite dusty, which you would expect from sand. And this is the part that scares me the most. We're going to check for some magnetics and see if there's any heavy particles in here. And it is chock full. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through this several times with the magnet, remove these magnetics and put them out here in my big river pan, because we are actually going to pan these out so we ensure that no small gold gets stuck in them. So here we have our oil change pan. We're loaded with clean water, which is not going to stay clean for long. I'm going to add a bunch of jet dry in there, especially when you're working with gold that we know is going to be fine gold. We want to make sure that none of it floats away on the surface tension of the water, and jet dry takes care of it. So that's all our magnetic material here. We're going to pan this real slow and real careful. Stratify it, get all that heavy gold to fall to the bottom. And with this stuff, you have to take it super slow. Yeah, the bigger stuff washes off fairly easy. But that black sand creates almost like a heavy thick mat, and I can already see a piece of gold coming out of it right there. So the trick with this stuff is, as you see it, you got to grab it with your snuffer bottle, and you can worry about cleaning it all up later. All right, so we are all done the magnetics. Check that out. That is from 1 tablespoon of magnetic material. That is absolutely crazy. Beautiful, fine flour gold and even some small flakes in there. And that just goes to show you really, really, really need to check those magnetics out and just not dump them off because you think that gold isn't magnetic. Okay, so even though we don't anticipate getting much in a bigger classification, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this dirt, the big stuff. We'll pan through and check. I don't think, based on the description, we shouldn't be getting a bunch of large nuggets or anything. Holy smokes, that's dusty. All right, so we're not expecting any big nuggets here in the bigs. This is a fine gold challenge bag, but that being said, sometimes the flour gold will stick to this stuff just like it did to the magnetics. At least this way we'll be able to find everything. Plus it gets all the organics out of the water, which is nice. pretty cool looking rocks. This stuff is nice. It's definitely authentic gravels. Nothing worse than these pay dirt vendors that take Home Depot sand and throw a pinch of gold in it. These guys are legit. Really nice stuff. Do see a little tiny bit of flour gold up top. I don't typically like using black gold pans, especially when you're doing dirt that has magnetite in it, because you really can't see those black sands. Yeah, this is nice stuff. You can see a lot of quartz in here and all kinds of rounded river rocks. All right, that's it for that one. I didn't anticipate finding much, if anything, in here, but leave no stone unturned, as they say. Pun intended. All right, so this is our new piece of equipment. This is my Martin Prospecting Gutter Sluice, aka Dirt Russell. What this does is we're going to refine our cleanups. This is going to save me having to pan out all that extra fine material, because believe me, those magnetics took a lot out of me. That was a lot of work. So this way we can relax. You'll see I'll turn it on with by plugging it in. It's got a little valve over here and a pump down in our Tupperware tailings pond. We've wet all our material down, because you never want to run anything dry through a sluice. And we're going to have an adult beverage.
Well, I took a stroll on the old long walk of a day. Hi-hey, hi-hey. Met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a fine soft tea. Hi-hey. Did I ask you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair is black and her eyes are blue? And I knew right then I'd be taking the world around the Sal Hill prom with my Galway girl. We were halfway there when the rain came down on a day. Hi-hey, hi-hey. And she asked me up to her flat downtown on a fine soft tea. Hi-hey. Did I ask you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair is black and her eyes are blue? And I knew right then I'd be taking the world, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. When I woke up, I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair was black and her eyes are blue? And I've traveled around, I've been all over this world, and I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl. No, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl.
All right, so that was an excellent looking cleanup. We've got our sluice mat out of the sluice here. Just look at all that gold in there. We're going to fold that up, put it in here, rinse some stuff out, very carefully. Then we're going to come back with the final pan. All right, so here we have our sluice concentrates. Get them all on the bottom. You can see there's still quite a bit of black sand, but this is why I love flour gold. Just look at that beautiful gold popping out of those black sands. Absolutely awesome. This is so fun to do. As you can see, I've still got quite a bit of cleanup work left to do, but just look at that. Well, through the magic of TV, here we are an hour and a half later. That was a terrible cleanup. That stuff is thick, heavy black sands, but that's what you're in for when you buy a challenge bag. Now, it was awesome. There's a lot of really, really fine gold that stuck to absolutely everything, but check this out. That is a ton of fine gold. It's stuck probably, yeah, in the bottom of the snuffer bottle. Got to make sure we get her all out. Yeah, looks good there. I don't know if you guys could pick this up on camera, but it's actually stuck there. Yeah, there you go. In the bottom of the lid of the snuffer bottle. All in the threads. You got to be so careful with this stuff. It was sticking to the inside of the tubes in the snuffer, and every time I'd squirt to go get some out, some would come flying out of the snuffer bottle. But we got her done, and that is a ton of fine gold. Well, maybe not a ton, but quite a bit. All right, so it is weigh up time. So remember, we are guaranteed 2 grams of gold. Man, I always get nervous when I do these challenge bags. Let's see how we panned out. Oh, yeah. Just like that. 2.194. We absolutely crushed it. Okay, time for the ROI and review, the meat and potatoes. The cost of this pay dirt was $116.15, which was converted from Canadian to US. The gold recovered to 2.194 grams, which is awesome because we were only promised 2 grams. So we got way over our guarantee on a challenge bag. The gold value, $139.69 US, which gives us a total ROI of 120.2%. That is a wicked ROI. Now, keep in mind that I don't include shipping in my ROIs. However, I ordered 2 bags, and it cost me $20 Canadian to ship the both of them. So that is fantastic. This was an awesome challenge. It's definitely a challenge bag. Don't, as a beginner, go into this. You'll never gold pan again. However, what a fantastic experience. I enjoyed all of it. I got to calibrate my new equipment. Fantastic. This is definitely all things country approved. Awesome. Canada has finally a second good pay dirt vendor. I would say that BC Gold Adventures and Yukon LE are awesome vendors. Fantastic. Cheers. We'll catch you on the next one.